Let's go! Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to TD PHINS TALK, home of the real Miami Dolphin fans. Hit that like button on your way in the building. It is about to go down, okay? Listen, a lot of the starters out. You know what? Rightfully so. Rightfully so. I ain't mad at it. I'm actually happy about it. Good stuff. You know, them boys, man, we ain't got time for no injuries, man. Coach said, hey, we might do something special this year. Let me go ahead and rest my guys. Nobody believing in us, but I believe. So let me rest our guys. They don't need to be out here right now. They got some good work in this week, learned a lot. Let's go ahead and see if we can find out who wants to rise, who on this roster want to take advantage of this opportunity while the starters are out. So for me, man, I'm looking at the backup quarterback position, who's going to, play well. I'm also looking at Caleb Douglas and those guys. Are y'all going to show up, regardless of the quarterback, who's going to show up, man? So we'll see, man. Time will tell, but thank y'all so much for tuning in. Y'all hit that like button. Yeah, man, we about to get up into it. All right, we're going to get into it. Y'all give me a second, though. I'm still over here trying to create this little thumbnail thing for the stream, so I'll have that done in just a moment. So, man, y'all hit that like button, all right? Let me know in the comment section right now, who are you excited to see in this game? Is it anybody in particular that you're looking forward to watching? I know we don't have our starters, and that's what we really want to see, but you know what? Hey, these are the guys that fill the roster. These are the guys that, make it happen, all right? All right, already we got some love from Slippin' Jimmy 007 said, resting our guys in a tanking season. Halfly on TD's Kool-Aid. Hey, you can call it Kool-Aid. I call it truth serum. How about that? Halfly know what time it is. Halfly knows, man, you know what? We going to win some games this year. Everybody counting us out. No, man, we going to win some games. But you know what? We'll be humble. We'll just kick back, relax, and we'll play it. We'll play it one game at a time, man. Listen, I don't care what none of y'all say. I truly believe Coach knows he got some talent on his team. He knows these guys are young, but at the same token, who's to say they can't make plays, man? Who's to say that they can't make how negative everybody is about the team? But they don't really like, and then you got to think about why they're negative. It all leads to one thing. They're all saying the same thing over and over and over again. We're young. We're inexperienced. We don't have talent. I'm sorry, man. We just in two different realms with this. I get it. Okay. I'm not going to sit here and make it seem like, everything is guaranteed. No, it's not. But don't count these guys out until they go out there on the field and show you they deserve to be counted out. Other than that, hey, man, sit back and enjoy the ride. You don't know what's going to happen. You do not know what's going to happen, baby. Let's go, man. This is what it's about. This is what it's about, man. I'm excited about it. I hope y'all are. Let me put this in here real quick. Y'all give me a second. All right. Oh man, what am I doing? All right. Now 1920 by 1080. Miami Dolphins versus New York Giants. All right. Let me enter that. We got a live watch party. Jackson. Anybody got any word on their starters? Are their starters playing at all? All right. All right, photo. All right, and All right, kid. Douglas, Miami, wide receiver, number. All right, hold on. Command number 7. All right. Think that'll do it. That photo from Files. Get this Brown games off my stream. Yeah, you got the Browns game on? All right. All right, Caleb. All right, images. All right, we about to have kickoff soon, y'all. Y'all punch that like button. Yeah, I'm on NFL Network too. I'm on NFL Network as well. All right. All right, the Dolphins are going to get the ball first. And the kick is about to be off. Let me see here. All right, here we go. Jalen Wright takes it to the 35-yard line, and we are off. Here we go, baby. Here we go. Here we go. It's what we here for. All right, here we go. All right, I formation. Let me see, who is this quarterback in here, man? All right, handoff, left side, nowhere to go, no gain for the Dolphins, all right? No gain for the Dolphins. Eight, 7. All right, I think we synced up pretty good. All right. Here we go. I think that's Cam Miller. I got to look at it. All right, here we go. Caleb Douglas in motion to the right. Cam Miller under center. Cam Miller, play action. Nice block by number 1. I got to see who that was. Incomplete on the sideline to 83. Good coverage by Newsome. Let me see. Who was that? Let me see. Nice throw by Cam, though. That's Kevin Coleman Jr. Couldn't come down with the catch. Very good coverage. Number 1, who was Jalen Tober, laid a good block over there to add protection for the defensive end that was off the edge. I like that. That's exactly what we need to see. All right, here we go. Shotgun. 3rd and 10. Back to pass. Throws. Deep middle. Oh, incomplete. They are trying to go back to, man, what was that? Coleman again, but incomplete and double coverage. Man, I can't be mad at Cam Miller. I like the decisions, but, hey, really good coverage. You got to watch the all-22 to see if there were better opportunities. I just saw a tight end streaking across the middle, look like they were open. Not sure. You have to wait for the all-22 on this. Man, tough. All right, the punt is off. See if the defense can come out and make some plays. Oh, man, get them. All right, they're out of bounds inside the 20-yard line. They are out of bounds inside the 20-yard line. I would like for Caleb Douglas to be the target in those situations. Here we go. Jameis Winston leading the troops out. No Jackson Dart. All right, back to pass. Winston on a quick out, pushed out of bounds. That is Ethan Bonner in coverage. So they get a quick little 5 yards. Somebody said free crab legs. Y'all need to stop. Here we go. Handoff on second down. Delayed run. Ooh, nice stuff up the middle. Who is that? 97 and being aggressive. Keith Cooper Jr. Who is Keith Cooper Jr. out there laying the smackdown? That was a real good play with great leverage, and he shedded a double team block. He was getting double teamed at first. All right, I like it. Can the Dolphins make a stop on third down? Here we go. Trips to the left, shotgun, running back on the right hip. All right, back to pass. Throws. Ooh, wide open in the zone, and he gone. Taking off. That's a big time gain for the Giants at midfield now. Number 18 with the catch. That's Slayton. So they playing some pretty good players on the field right now. Interesting. All right, here we go. 2 to the right, trips to the left. We got an empty backfield. We're in zone coverage. Winston in the zone finds his guy. That's going to be good for 11, 12 yards. Don't like the coverage right here. Don't like the play call. TD, you going to Falcons game? Not at all. I'll be right here streaming the Falcons game. I'll be right here streaming the Falcons game. All right, here we go. All right. A quick jet sweep handoff, and man, they take off, man. That's about a 19-yard gain on a jet sweep. They're really making this defense pay right now. And again, we know these are the backups, but regardless of being backups, man, these guys got to make plays. And it's games like this, you're just out here saying to yourself, hey, who can rise above everybody else and say, I belong on this team? I formation, handoff, up the middle, nice cutback, but good form tackle by Chris Johnson. That was a really good form tackle. I got to get used to his number being number 3. I'm like, who was that? That was a nice tackle. And it's good that it was him. Rookie first round pick. Here we go. Another power run formation. All right. Fake the handoff. Coming around. Floats it to the end zone. Incomplete. Kyle Lewis and Anderson in coverage. No go right there for Jameis Winston. We're going to have a 3rd and 6. We're going to have a 3rd and 6 situation. Good pressure as well. I think that was on Trey Moore, if I'm not mistaken. Oh, Lord. Who's down on the ground hurt? Who's down on the ground hurt? Oh, is that Trey Moore, the one who hit Jameis Winston? That's Trey Moore who's hurt, ladies and gentlemen. Trey Moore is hurt. I think he knocked out. No, it looked like he was moving, just grimacing. I don't think this is a knockout situation. We'll see when hopefully he can get up, man. Hopefully it ain't nothing major. Always. Just hope it's not anything major. Y'all do me a favor. Y'all hit that like button. All right. Punch the like button on your way in the building right now. Thank you all for tuning in to TD Phins Talk, home of the real Miami Dolphin fans. We're here supporting our team, even though there's a whole bunch of backups and stuff playing. But you got young guys. You got some of these rookies, man, that are in the game right now. You got some of these guys in here right now. You know, and that leads me to wonder, is Proctor playing? I didn't notice on that first drive. Does anybody know if they said it, whether or not Proctor is playing? I think it's important to know. Y'all give me the word in the chat because I didn't catch it on the first drive. I didn't look for it. Is Proctor playing? Because if I see Chris Johnson out there, I think it's important for Coach to have Proctor out there too, but I don't know. Proctor is playing. Oh, okay. Yes. Okay, cool. Cool. That's good. Oh, he limping off, man. It may not be good. I don't wish injury on anyone, but I just hope it's like one of them twisted ankles or something like that. I don't know. We'll see. We shall see. All right, trips to the left, one to the right. All right, here we go. Winston in the shotgun. 3rd and 5. Back to pass. Oh, Winston pump fakes. My screen just glitched. He's running in. Oh my gosh. Touchdown. Jameis Winston ran in a touchdown by himself. That's all right. That's all right. I'm sorry. Defensive line, no push, no dominance. Them backup defensive linemen, no push and no dominance. Jacob Rodriguez laid the hit on Jameis Winston by the goal line, but that D-line, man, they got to do better. Got to do better. The kick is up and good. When we come back, the Miami Dolphins will have the football, and we'll see if they can move the rock, man. We will see if they can move the rock. It's all right, ladies and gentlemen. It's all right. It happens. That's why our O-line was looking so sad going up against that weak D-line in practice. They're backups, bro. Yeah, they're backups. These are the backup D linemen. I think you're evaluating that the wrong way. Evaluating that the wrong way. And by the way, our offensive line, in my opinion, from a passing standpoint, I feel like the first few drives they gave Cam Miller decent time to throw the football. I feel like that first drive, these backup O-linemen with Caden Proctor out there, obviously, I would just assume, I don't know. I got to look at this O-line on the next drive because I don't know if Patrick Paul out there. I don't know if Jonah's out there. I don't know if Austin Jackson's out there. I doubt they are out there, but if they are, they did a good job on the first drive. It's just that we couldn't convert throwing the football in tight coverage. The secondary, nobody getting open. Secondary did a good job for the Giants. And by the way, I'll say this too. Good job by the secondary on that touchdown run by Jameis Winston because it forced him, because he was back there looking, even pump fake once, nothing there, and he took off. So that's where our linebackers have to be a little more aware of the quarterback as well. But then the D-line, they just all over pursued or got bullied. That's really on the second string D-line right here. Those guys that was in the game, that's just bad execution. So what if it's the backups? We should pick good backups, right? So I'm glad you said that. And these are the conversations I love having in games like this where we can really talk ball with the Miami Dolphins. Like, people have to understand, especially Miami Dolphin fans, you can't ask of that. Like, when we say things like, well, shouldn't we have good backups too? Let's not forget sight of the circumstances that we're dealing with. We are dealing with $200 million in dead cap. Like, we're dealing with $200 million in dead cap. What people don't understand is you're not going to have the best depth. You're not going to have, you're not even going to have the best starters, but you're not going to have the best depth either. We are so limited in what we can bring in to fill holes this year. That's why we're relying on a lot of these young guys and draft picks to show up this year. And I believe they will, but don't forget, you're going to have such a thin backup roster. People want to say that it's excuses. I can give you any team in the NFL and throw $200 million of dead cap on them right now. Any team in the NFL, and you would think that they're going to be a 3-win team after we're done. Period. Cam sets up the screen, and I think this is a great execution right here. Ollie Gordon gets 10 yards on the screen pass. Nice play call for overzealous D-line. Any team in the NFL, $200 million worth of salary, you go through their roster and say, okay, let me get rid of $200 million and start marking players off. And you tell me what's left on the roster. For those who want to say it's an excuse, I'll give you that project to do. I dare you to find a good roster after you remove $200 million worth of players off of it. I dare you. Not any one of y'all can do it. All right, pistol formation, handoff. We got a flag, I think, or am I seeing things? That's a 4-yard run unless we got, maybe I was seeing things because I don't see the flag banner. Oh, I was seeing stuff. So 4-yard run up the middle to Ollie Gordon. But yeah, I think it's important for people to understand that we want great backups, but as we build this team, it'll get better and better. Next year, we get a whole new slew of draft picks, and we got actually $90 million we get to spend. Okay? All right, here we go. Jet sweep, and that's going to go nowhere. It might have gotten a half of yard to Tutu Atwell. So you're admitting we will have a bad team? No, if the rookies show up, which nobody expect them to, that's why everybody's saying we're going to be bad. I just think we drafted a class full of stud rookies. When you draft a class of rookies, you pray and hope that one or two of them are contributing. I feel like we got 4 or 5 guys that's going to contribute this year. Chris Johnson, Caden Proctor, Jacob Rodriguez, Caleb Douglas, and Chris Bell. I think every single one of them is going to go, oh, we got a deep ball. Oh, dropped it in the bucket. That's even better by the receiver. That is big time for Kevin Coleman. Flag. Please don't be on us. I don't think it's on us. Kevin Coleman Jr. made that. Cam Miller put it up. It wasn't a great pass, but you know what? He put it up that Coleman could slow down and make a actual calculated catch. Big time for Kevin Coleman right there. His stock just went up. Big time play right there for Kevin Coleman. And as remember, he dropped that pass over the middle on 3rd down in the first drive that hurt us from keeping the drive going. All right, here we go. But back to what was said, people saying, oh, well, you admit we're going to be bad. I think we're going to have 5 rookies that play well this year for the team. Cam back to pass. Cam gets sacked. I don't like that. I felt like he panicked. The pocket was actually good. I know a lot was going on around him, but he had a pocket. He just saw a lane that he shouldn't have ran through. The guys on the O-line, in my opinion, did a good job on that sack. He had a pocket. He panicked at the last minute. All those guys were in great position. All those guys were in great position. All right, 2nd and 14, quick slip screen, and that's going to be going for 1.5 yards to Coleman. He fumbled it and got it right back. Finn's definitely testing out Kevin Coleman. Yeah, see, oh my gosh, y'all are really allowing me to really talk about certain things right now that are factual. I am so glad whoever wrote that. Finn's definitely testing out Kevin Coleman. This is what I mean, y'all. It's preseason. It's some guys you just got to look at and say, hey, we're going to target this guy. Let's see if he belongs on this roster. As Ollie freaking Gordon. Ollie got fumble issues, man. Somebody said get right off the field. Was that Jalen Wright or Ollie Gordon? I thought it was Ollie. Hold on. Oh, that's Jalen Wright. Come on, bruh. Gosh, what's wrong with these guys? See, this is the stuff you can't have, man. This is the stuff right here you can't have. You know Jalen Wright making the team, but gosh, man, y'all can't be out here doing this stuff, man. This is the season killer. If they go in the regular season doing this stuff right here, that's what's going to kill the season. That's what's going to kill the season. Stupid stuff like that. You done flip the field with the big completion to Coleman, field goal range, and you come out here and do some bum. Boy, I'm telling you now, man, they bet this season, they better not derail the season with stuff like this. They better not derail the season with stupid stuff like this. This ain't got nothing to do with being a young team. This ain't got nothing right there. What you just saw with Jalen Wright out of all people ain't got nothing to do with being a young team. This type of stuff aggravates me, man. Type of stuff right there that aggravates me. Oh my gosh. That's lack of focus right there. Yeah, do you see him just running through casually? Jacob Rodriguez on the sideline, even though the defense out there. So I think some of them guys already sitting, second unit guys. All right, here we go. Handoff, right side, runs into a wall, but he's going to push forward for 2 yards. They're going to give him 2.5. Only saving grace and stuff like that. H ain't gonna be on the field, man. Like this is what we got to remember. We're trying to look and see who's worthy of being on this roster on the back end. That's what this is about. All right, play action. Back to pass. Looking. Dumps it down. Ooh, that was a blindside block. All right. They're going to cut him down. He's going to get about 4.5 yards, but a lineman gave a nice little backside block. That should have been a block in the back. He can't do that. All right, here we go. 3rd and 4. Trips to the right, 1 to the left. Back to pass. Throws. Incomplete. Good coverage. Good coverage by Zane Anderson. All right. Got some safety action over here. Number 23, Zane Anderson with the stop. Running it down. Hey, it was in his hand, though. Someone said HN ain't playing 100% of the game, TD. Yeah, but again, I'm a statistical person. If HN's playing 70% of the game, that means between Ollie and Jalen Wright, they're only getting 30%. That reduces the amount of times that they can actually fumble. Oh, boy. Man, Coleman better be careful fielding kicks like that. So, yeah, that's just like tonight. If Ollie and Jalen Wright playing the whole game, they're highly likely to have a fumble. More likely. They only get 30% of the carry spread between them. It reduces the odds of it happening greatly. So, yeah, they still going to do it probably, but it's less frequent. Less frequent. Only safety I like is Anderson, TD. He's made some plays. I'll put it like this. It's hit and miss. I've seen them guys get toasted at times, and then I've seen them be in the play. They're raw. They're raw. And you like to see guys like that settle in. And maybe as time goes, week 6, 7, or 8, you start to see them actually make plays. Like what just happened, Zane Anderson didn't make a play. He made it harder for the other person to make the play, but technically he still got beat. The ball hit the receiver hand and bounced off, so he's in the picture though. Let me say that about our secondary, y'all. A lot of plays, our guys are in the picture. They're there, but good offense and good ball placement, they're always getting beat. But the reason why you can survive with that is because some quarterbacks are going to look back to pass and say, where's the open guy? They're going to do that before they say, where's the barely open guy? You see what I mean? And I think our secondary can force quarterbacks to go through their reads and say, no one's wide open. Now let me hurry up in this 1 second I got left and see who's barely open and fire them the football. So that gives us the time to get there to the quarterback. So now I'll say this too. When we're playing zone coverage, we're chop suey. But it's been that way for years. That zone coverage stuff is a lot of bend but don't break. Guys, teams are going to move the ball on us when we're playing zone coverage. And playing man coverage, you got to be careful you ain't playing a team that got straight dogs at the receiver position, because you're going to get beat up on your one-on-one. So what's going to happen is I think Jeff going to make sure that defense, if they got a bad receiving core or a mid receiving core coming in, they're going to challenge these guys to play some man coverage and make sure we can shut down the other team's run. If we got the Bengals, you got like these high-flying receiver teams, They're going to zone it out and let them move down the field and clamp it up in the red zone and try to bend but don't break. That's the reality. That's what we're going to have. Some weeks, the defense going to give up a lot of yards, but we're trying to keep the score down by not letting them get in the end zone. And some weeks, we're going to have some challenge. We're going to challenge teams. It ain't going to just be all lopsided. All right, here we go. Cam Miller, 2 receivers to the right, single back. All right, handoff, chop down right away, half a yard for Jalen Wright. And listen, we got Tutu Atwell out there. I don't even think Caleb Douglas out there anymore. So let me say this. That first drive that Caleb Douglas was out there, we'll see if he come back out later. But they're trying to target guys in this. Like, they weren't trying to go to Caleb Douglas. They're really trying to give Coleman work. I think that's the theme already. Give Coleman work, and let's see if he needs to be that guy on this roster. Tutu Atwell out here now, too. Some of these guys got to make plays. I'm going to be honest. I don't know if Tutu makes this team. Cam sacked, and to be honest, he panicked. He just cowered instead of trying to get out of there. So we're going to have third down at the 1 yard line. Look for a bubble screen. Look for something like that, man. All right, 2 to the right, 1 to the left. Now we have extra protection. Back to pass. Quick slant to Tutu got to go. Tutu got to go. Tutu got to go. I done seen enough. First of all, I ain't seen nothing. That's the point. All Kim. Right in his hand, and he bobbling it. Tutu got to go. Tutu got to go. Tutu has been non-existent all camp. All camp. I can't recall nothing this man has done. Man, something tell me Chris Johnson ain't gonna have that red jersey on next week. Something tell me Chris Johnson, not Chris Johnson, man, Chris Bell, yeah. Something tell me Chris Bell ain't gonna have that red jersey on next week, boy. We go, ooh, I'm telling y'all, do y'all even know what's coming? Like, do y'all even know what's coming? A lot of people ain't realizing what's coming. Chris Bell ain't gonna have that red jersey on next week, man. Well, I don't know. He might, but I'm hoping he don't, because if he don't, he's starting week 1. He's starting week 1, man. Hey, Wembley watched it. There's another one. What happened to me that he watched it? Even, oh my gosh. Ooh, incomplete. That's just a bad throw by Jameis Winston. He had Slayton over the middle wide open. They had got us on the fake handoff. They got us on that fake handoff. Tutu Atwell, no, Tutu at worst. I like that. I might use it. Oh man, we going live tonight on Dolphins Collective to talk about this game at like 10 p.m. y'all. So if y'all want to tune in, make sure you come through. All right. All right. Here we go. Jameis Winston hands it off. Ooh, nice run up the middle. That's going to be good for a first down. Broke a few tackles there. Yeah, I saw OBJ come out on the field. Somebody said defense selling. Geez. Really? Okay. Let me help you out. Who on the field? All right, here we go. Single back, 2 receivers to the left. Winston hands it off again, run off the left side, and he bounces. Nice gain, good chop down tackle by whoever flew in there. I don't know who it was. At first, it was good run blocking, but he bounced it outside after everybody got inside. Who is that? Let's see who came in there flying for the tackle. 31. Michael Taft. Okay. All right, same formation, just flipped this time, and they faked the handoff this time. Roll out, check down to the tight end, and that's a nice tackle by Willie Gay Jr. all over it. They get about 4 to 5 yards. Tutu is Tutu. Ball on the Miami 10-yard line, y'all. 2nd and 4 coming up. Tutu has been boo-boo. That's the one I'm using. Yep. All right, another handoff. Oh, he fumbled. Go get it. Go get it. We got it. I don't know if we got it. Oh, yeah, we got it. Okay, we got it. Thank you. Thank you. Oh, my gosh. Jackson Woodard came up with it, but he ain't no Tutu been boo. Tutu been poo-poo. Oh, man, I like that. Oh, my gosh. I don't even know if anybody hit him. I don't even know if anybody hit him. All right, here we go. Play action. Throws. He gotta go. Oh my Jesus. Oh, he gotta go. Oh my gosh. Hey, listen, man. Listen. Ball could have been led out front a little more, but come on, man. You gotta come down with these, man. Oh my God. Handoff. Up the middle. Jalen Wright powering forward. He's going to get about 3-4 yards. Oh my God. And you see, they've been targeting Tutu. First it was Campbell. Now they're targeting Tutu. This is the back end of the roster, y'all. For those who don't know, they're trying to determine the back end of the roster. Why? Because they want to ship guys in and out of here as soon as possible. They want to have a training camp 2.0. We are the type of team that needs it. What do I mean by that? There are a lot of guys that you're going to see on Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday that are roster moves. The Dolphins waive this guy. The Dolphins sign that guy. The Dolphins waive this guy. This is the week. This is the week to do it. You obviously can see on offense, they're taking a look at Coleman and Tutu. Coleman has been a 7.5 out of 10. Tutu's been a 2-2. He's been a 2 out of 10. They're trying to determine who it is because when you think about it, Caleb Douglas, Tolbert has more favor. Especially after I saw that nice block from Tolbert earlier tonight with a defensive end that was coming to Cam Miller unblocked. Tolbert pulled and bam, and sacrificed his body. And Tolbert's small compared to what was coming to him. And you could tell it hurt. But hey, that's what you need from your receivers. No block, no rock. That's what Jeff Hafley said. No block, no rock. Tutu's in their favor. Caleb Douglas, Tutu, Malik Washington, Chris Bell. That's four right there. That's 4 right there. And they're trying to figure out if Coleman or Tutu is going to be one of those numbers. Because don't forget, you got Theo Weiss, McCulley, Taj Washington, who you're going to see in the second half probably, Terrence Marshall Jr., A.J. Henning. A lot of these guys might be passing up Tutu after this. And I'm not going to sit here and act like the ball placement has been perfect. But come on, these passes are hitting your hand. And guess what? Come down with one. Like, give me something. Give me one catch out of 5. Tutu at Will of Iola. I can't deal with y'all, man. Y'all leave Tutu alone. Even though I'm messing with him. Nah, man, because I ain't going to lie. I was banking on Tutu early on. Caleb Douglas made me forget all about him. Listen, I ain't remember Tutu was on this roster until he got the first pass he dropped. So, all right. 2 to the left, 1 to the right. Oh, look like they want to blitz. And they're blitzing. Incomplete to Coleman on that one. Tight coverage. Coleman couldn't come down with it. And it's plays like that. That's why it's a battle right now. Coleman, you got to come down with that. You see what I'm saying? And I'm telling y'all, these passes aren't perfect ball placement. A lot of the guys are having to go back to catch it. But who's going to make the play? That's what it's about. Coleman got to make that too. But Coleman making more than Tutu right now. The punter tripping too. Oh man. See this, and that ain't the Kent punter, is it? Is there a starter in front? Listen, I don't know who our kicker or punter is. I'm going to admit to y'all, and I don't feel one bit ashamed about it or disappointed that I should know. I'm just going to be a buck with y'all. I haven't paid one iota about our punter nor kicker. I don't know who our kicker name is. I don't even know who our kicker is. I have ignored anything that has come out about a kicker or punter. I have no clue. I'm just being honest with y'all. I'll learn it when week 1 when they make a kick, and we need it. No clue. Do y'all know who the kicker is? I know some of y'all know. Y'all let me know in the comment section. Who is the kicker? Man, I got a whole roster right here. I'm talking about who the kicker. Riley Patterson and Zane Gonzalez. Didn't we cut somebody? This might even be old. Didn't we cut somebody? Is Zane Patterson even still here? Riley Patterson. Okay. I'll try to remember. Make a few. Make a few first. All right. All right. Trips to the right, 2 to the left. Winston on the out route. Oh, my gosh. Thank God he slipped. Because number 82 just put the brakes on everybody. That's a good 6-yard out route. Oh, I must have missed the play. We're third and I don't even know what happened before that. I wasn't paying attention. I was talking about a kicker. 3rd and 5. 3rd and 4, excuse me. Can somebody make a play? Gonzo injury cut. What y'all talk about, Gonzo? I don't know what y'all talk about in the chat. 2 to the right, 1 to the left. Shotgun. Back to pass. Looking. Winston in trouble. Rolls out. Winston throws across Oh, almost picked off. Incomplete. The OBJ in the end zone. Good defense, good coverage by the secondary. Very good coverage. Oh, we got a flag. Who is this on? Please don't be us. It might be on them. Offensive pass interference. Decline. Yeah, give him that kick. The kicker that got cut. Oh, okay. Yeah, Zane Gonzalez. Yeah, he gone. So our punter name is Bradley Pinion. Okay. Yeah, I do remember Gonzalez got hurt. I do remember that. Defense is putting out a few plays here and there. Jameis Winston should have ran that football, to be honest with you. All right, the kick is up, and it is good. The Giants are up 10-0 right now. All right, so, I mean, any bright spots in what's happening right now? Let me say this. I feel like the O-line hasn't been great, but you know what? They've given enough time for the quarterback to get the ball off. I feel like between Tutu and Coleman, it's a disappointing performance. Coleman has made a few plays, though. But overall, the wide receiving core has been pretty terrible. And Cam Miller, gotta be honest with you, I like the reads, but the ball placement he's always 1 or 2 feet off of where you need to put the football. That's important for the young kid's development, man. If he could just have the ball placement, make life easier for these receivers, especially having guys like these guys that you're throwing to. It's one of the underrated things, you know. I think those receivers would be doing better now if the ball placement was better, but it also shows you the type of receivers we have right now, that these backups that need perfect ball placement. So it's a catch-22. And you know, the sad part about it is it's small tweaks. Hey, Cam, can you improve that ball placement, make it easier for them? And hey, receivers, if it's not great ball placement, can you make a play? You see the catch-22 there? So, and all you need is one of them to be better. And I got to put that on Cam. It's the quarterback's job to make life easier for your receivers. Now, if you got top-notch receivers, no excuse. No excuse. Hey, man, y'all need to make these plays. But it's just not the case. And I hate it for Cam Miller, because this is an opportunity for you. You put the balls in the right place and these guys start catching it. Yours is hurt right now. You got an opportunity and you're not taking advantage of it. And I keep saying this to y'all. You give Cam Miller time to throw the football. I actually like his processing of the field. But the execution, that's why quarterbacks in the NFL, it's so wide and vast of their skill sets. Cam Miller actually has a solid arm. He can process the field, but the execution isn't great. Gosh, can you be a little more accurate? Be a little better placement. You see what I mean? So it sucks. Like you got to have that piece of it. Because guys that can't process well, but they have great ball placement and accuracy, they're going to survive longer than you. And even though they can't process, because you give them a really good O-line, they don't need to be great processors. So that's the thing about, quarterbacks in this league. A lot of them have tools, but it's certain ones you have to have, man. And it sucks when you see a guy who can actually process, but the execution is bad. It sucks. But he's young. That's why he's worthy of, hey, keep working with him. Keep working with him. He's worthy of it. You get a guy who can process and his arm is pretty nice, you keep working with him, man. Keep working with him. And maybe as things settle down, he gets better with the ball placement and the execution, and you can have you a solid backup, man. But here we go. Cam Miller under center. Power run formation. One to the right, one to the left. Handoff, cut back, run up the middle. Nice run, breaking tackles. Ollie Gordon. See, Ollie Gordon got that package. He just got to protect the football, man. And, oh, Lord, what the flag for? What the flag for? 67. Charlie Heck. Get him out. Heck. Oh, heck. Oh, heck. Oh, heck. Oh, man. Let me see this replay. Did it even have bearing on the play? It better have been the hold that allowed the whole run to happen. They ain't going to show the replay. The only time I'm okay with a holding call is if it was the hold that allowed whatever great happened. All right. 2 to the left, 1 to the right. Single back. Under center. Handoff again. Cut back. Ollie going down the middle. You get 1.5 at best. All right, here we go. All right, shotgun, 2nd and 17. 4-man rush. Quick out. That's going to be 3 yards. And that's Castimize. Okay, rookie tight end, Will Castimize gets a little 3-yard pass. This is a play to try to, get a little bit of space on this 2nd and 17. Now they got a 3rd and 14. And that's Castimize is so underrated in that he can actually catch the football. People just say, oh, the blocking tight end. Yeah, he's great at that, but he can catch that football. All right, here we go. 2 to the left, 1 to the right. Shotgun, 2 extra blockers, and I like it. Back to pass. Cam throws, fire. Oh, okay. Who is that making a play? Oh, 2-2. No, Taj Washington. Okay. See? Now, let me say this. I don't know why Taj Washington hasn't already been moving up the depth charts. Him and these backups have always made plays in camp. I tell you this, Taj Washington has done way more than Tutu all camp. Solid route. And you know what I like the most about that? He was falling down and literally fighting to get back up. We're going to punt the football. But Taj Washington, I like that. All right, fair catch at the 29-yard line by the Giants. Defense will come back out. Now, I want to say this, too. One thing that I personally feel has been okay so far, and some of y'all may disagree because there's been some completions, but the secondary has played solid, in my opinion. Yeah, I've seen some guys make some, catches, but look how many times Jameis Winston looking, even on the run touchdown. The secondary holding down. The last drive, nothing there. Secondary has made some plays as a unit. Moho said, go Bills. CD Sanders look awful. Stop lying, all right? The man started out 5 for 5, carving y'all up. And then he threw a dart to his receiver who bobbled it in the air and allowed y'all to get an interception. See, you could try to spin that all you want to make the Bills look better, but I actually like what Shedeur did in that game earlier today. Playing with his second unit, by the way. They gave him one weapon out there. I forgot which one it was, but all the starters were sitting down. He threw it behind him, but keep riding. Got to make the play. It's just like Cam Miller in this. The guy reaching back, and it was triple coverage, by the way. Nobody open on a 3rd down situation. You got to make those throws. Throwing it in front of him wouldn't have been no good. It was triple coverage. 3 guys around him. Miller is very, very bad. You know, I don't look at it that way. I just feel like Miller has to be better with ball placement. But I'm telling y'all, Miller processes the field. That's one thing I'll tell you about Cam Miller. I see the kid processing the field. And I know we're not going to pay attention to that because all we care about is converting. But there are some tools that are there. He has a good arm. He can process the field, but the execution, the ball placement, that's where he got to improve. Look at all the throws. Is he not finding a guy who got a chance to catch the football? Think about it. Just saying. And I ain't saying that he's good or nothing like that. I'm just saying I do see some things that he does well and why he's in the position he's in right now. But he is not taking advantage of it. Man, TD, everyone got tools. Yeah. But how old is Cam Miller? How long he been in the league? We also have to stop doing that as well. Looking at a year one, year two guy who got tools, show them tools, but then he has weakness and it shows up. They deserve time to develop. We always talk about this as the Giants get a swing pass for about 4 yards. We always talk about this, but nobody cares. Like, you got to start caring about this one fact. Why is it that a first round pick will give them all the excuses to get time to get better, but a third, fourth, fifth round pick or anything like that, shouldn't they need more development? But we don't have the patience for them, but we would have patience for a first or second round pick. It does not make sense to me. People's logic with that. You're ready to throw Cam Miller away, but a guy that comes in the first round, put it like this. If we drafted a quarterback number 1 overall and they were struggling looking like Cam Miller, let's not forget he's a rookie. Let him get time to settle in. It don't make sense to me. I agree. He is a rookie. You should give him time to settle in. But why are you harder on a late round pick than a first round pick? It blows my mind when people do that. 3rd and 1, fullback up the middle. They're going to get the first. Plowing forward. Investment in money, bro. I get it. But again, it's talent that at the end of the day, you could have a great player if they got developed. Like, people need to start realizing you got to treat all your investments the same. Just because you put more money in it, that's the cost of doing business. Matter of fact, you need to hold that a little more accountable. Play action, throw across the middle, completion to Slayton. And that's a first down. Jameis Winston sliding up with the pressure. CB in the building said, why not play Malik? Halfly soft, man. Oh, that's what you call it? Well, there's a different perspective. There's a different perspective. There are elite quarterbacks that they don't march them out there and play them in preseason all the time, the whole time. Halfly just know what he got. Halfly know he got weapons. Halfly knows that he got a good starting unit that he's satisfied with. I don't need to march them out there and risk injury. Why Jackson Dart ain't out there? Why is Jackson Dart not out there? That's my point exactly. All right, here we go. Our formation, 2nd and 2. Handoff up the middle. First down and a little more. 7-yard run. Hard for me to disagree with you on many things, TD, because you think like I do for real. Hey man, like mines. But I like to think, I don't want to toot my own horn, but I like to think people who think like me just utilize common sense. But the one thing I realized, man, and it has always stuck with me when I first heard this, common sense ain't common at all. Common sense ain't common at all. I promise you, it just ain't. Some people ignore logic. You see that in the whole world today and everything. I don't care if it's sports, politics, everything. People ignore basic logic because you know what supersedes most people in today's world? How they feel. Feelings over facts. That's how the world operates. I'm going to always be facts over feelings. Even my Bible tells me not to trust my heart. Just saying. Whew. Somebody say, I'm not feeling this new head coach. Talk to me, man. What about him are you not feeling? Let's have that conversation. What about Jeff Hafley are you not feeling? Like, what is it? TD, I just that we gonna suck again. Again? Listen, well, here's what a lot of people need to realize. I think we're going to be just fine. Okay. I think we're going to compete and we're going to win some games and we might shock people and have double digits wins. And it may be unlikely, but I just believe we may. I just think that with great coaching and execution when the season starts, we could. As the running back bounces it out and Willie Gay gets beat on the outside for the touchdown. That's tough for Willie Gay because I feel like he's been doing better as of late and he really just got beat right there. He really just got beat on the outside, did not secure the outside. But here's what I'll say. When people say we're going to be bad, if we are, and here's what people need to realize, and you're hearing this from me. If we are bad, it's okay. All these excuses and reasons why y'all say we're going to be bad. Okay. Y'all say, TD, you're believing too much. They're too young. Young guys are going to make mistakes. We're not going to be good because of that. Okay. We got young guys. If they do make those mistakes that y'all talking about, okay, we're going to be bad. But do next year they should be more tuned up and better, and then we bring in new guys again, but we got more guys that are more developed and we should be better. Like, regardless if you think we're going to be bad or not, the one thing hopefully y'all cannot disagree about with me is that the entire time, good or bad, we're headed in the right direction. We're headed in the right direction. There ain't going to be no decline. There ain't going to be no we're getting worse. We don't have that kind of team. Now, if injuries take place and all of that, the performances could look worse. But are we not getting better? And I'm telling y'all now, I don't believe it. Here's why. We won 7 freaking games last year. The O-line last year ain't better than this O-line. And I know where you got a young guy at Caden Proctor, it's still better than what we had. Regardless of him being young, he can give me 2 mistakes a game. It's better than what we had. You think Caden Proctor is going to be as bad as Jonah Sabanaya was on the left side last year? Maybe I'm yelling for nothing. Let me ask y'all in the chat. Is the O-line going to be better this year than it was last year? Yes or no? Maybe I'm yelling for nothing. Maybe I'm trying to prove a point that y'all already know that we're probably going to be better on the O-line. Yes or no? Are we going to be better on the O-line? Ain't nothing really changed. You just added Caden Proctor instead of who was ever at right guard. Is the O-line going to be better than it was last year? Yes or no? If you say no, you're just really a double Debbie Downer. Like, I mean, you're entitled to your opinion, but come on, really? Rookie or not, what Jonah did last year, man, nobody can be worse. So, with that being said, you mean to tell me we won 7 games last year and I'm supposed to cower when our O-line is better? And then you got the same Greg Dosich and you add a Will Kacmarek for blocking as well? Like, the blocking and the run game situation should be better. There ain't, in matter of fact, we got better blocking wide receivers, young or not. See, young or not, when it comes to blocking, you either a man up or you don't. This ain't got nothing to do with being a rookie. You putting you laying down a block. You blocking as a wide receiver has nothing to do with being a rookie. You either get in there and do the dirty work or you don't. But one thing I will tell you, you tell me which wide receiver on this roster last year was blocking. Please name me the wide receiver that you considered a blocker. I don't care how much more talented Waddle or Tyreek was. Can you name the wide receiver last year that was an actual better blocker than anybody on this roster right now at wide receiver? I mean, I ain't talking about Tutu and all that. I'm just saying, like, Malik Washington now going to get time to play. Caleb Douglas is a blocking wide receiver. So when it comes to the run game, the O-line, we have improved already. But we don't care about that because we want to just stay focused on, well, we got a lot of rookies on the team. All I'm saying, offensively, the trenches are better. The run game should be better. The tight ends and wide receivers are better executors in the blocking game. And you got a better quarterback that isn't limited in tools and what they can do when chaos arises. You have a better quarterback. Now, the only thing you can really compare is the wide receiving core in the execution, actually catching the football. We're young. We're raw. We got young playmakers. But can you enlighten me again? Tyreek only played a few weeks. Can you enlighten me outside of Jalen Waddle? What else did we have catching the football at the wide receiver position out there? One guy who many teams end up bottling up. Toss to the left. Ollie cut back. He gets 1 yard. So dang, Ollie might be hurt. What's up? You all right?
Yeah.
It's all right, man. This is preseason. You don't worry about this.
Okay.
This is like practice, okay? We're going to the Super Bowl.
After the preseason.
Yes, don't worry about this.
They just got lucky.
No, we out here trying to make sure that we can figure out who's going to make the team. So a lot of these guys not even going to make the team.
Oh.
So we watching to see who stands out and who makes big plays so we can be like, oh, man, you can make the team probably. That makes sense.
Yeah, probably number 2.
Number 2?
I mean, I just seen him, so I don't really fully know.
You didn't see number 2. This is number 2.
Oh.
Can you read it?
Malik Williams.
Malik Willis. That's our quarterback, man. He's going to be the future. He's the one that's going to help us hoist the Lombardi. We're going to hold the trophy because of him, all right?
All right.
Oh, man. I hope it's cramps, but we'll see. I think it might be a shoulder. I don't know. But get him out of the game. We'll see. See, CB83 said Halfley saving players like we're going to go on a playoff run is crazy. See? What if we do, CB?
I'm going to be looking to see who's actually going to be good. I'm going to see who's actually going to be good for the Dolphins.
Yeah. He all right. He walking off on his own wheel. Probably just got one of them awkward turns in the chest. Yeah, we're going to be okay. If you're going to watch the game, go ahead, pull you up a seat. All right, here we go. We driving the ball. Handoff again. Jalen Wright up the middle, crawls forward for about 5.5 yards. Good run by Jalen Wright through traffic, which he'll probably get a lot more work tonight because of this injury. But you got other guys. You got some young guys on the roster that deserve to get a look tonight as well. Just so you know. So keep that in mind. We'll see how they do. Anthony Hankerson, you got Edwards, Carlos Washington. Some of these guys have made some plays in camp. So yeah. But yeah, man, y'all talk about he's resting the starters like we're gonna make a playoff run. Why are some of y'all allergic to the attempt of winning? Why is that? Some of y'all allergic to the attempt of winning. Don't make sense to me. Jeff Halfley not allowed to say, hey, man, we want to try to go out here and win games. We want to go out here and try to compete, and hopefully by the end of every game, we got a W. He not allowed to do that. If the team starts out 2-9 or something, then and only then should certain decisions and stuff start to come into play. But we haven't even played week 1, and some of y'all don't like the fact that we're resting starters in preseason, but these are the same people that feel like we're not going to be successful this year because we have no depth. So y'all want us to start the season with the depth by putting people out there and risking injury now?
Dad, I think I see what I saw.
What?
Zane Anderson, I think.
Zane Anderson?
Yeah.
Oh. I want you to bring your chair. That way you don't have to just stand up. I want you to relax. Mommy called you? All right, close it though, so Harper don't come in and start messing with the stuff. You lock it so she don't mess with it. CB83 think we tanking. Okay. Even if you were right and we're tanking. Y'all think we gonna win 2 games even if we healthy. So, hey, guess what? If we're tanking, then what's the big deal? Who cares that he rested the starters? Like, some of y'all, I don't know what y'all really arguing about. I think these are all agenda driven. You actually want us to be bad. Why do I say that? Because if we are tanking, why do you care if he's resting the starters? What does it matter? What does it matter? If you think we're tanking, who cares if he starts the starters or not? And remember, I'm trying to have a real dialogue because I want to understand how some of y'all think. Make it make sense. Say we are tanking. What then, if that's the case, what does it matter who he's starting? It doesn't make sense to me. You can't in one sentence say, I don't like that he's sitting the starters. And then in the next sentence, we're tanking. What does it matter then? I'm sorry. I always challenge logic because it's the only way that I'll have a clear understanding. So I just want that understanding for those who feel that way. Help me out in the chat. All right. Right running up the middle is going to get 1 yard, hard fought. Good job out of Giants D-line creating a wall. TD, I was excited to see a play-by-play with TD and Son. Oh, yeah, I think he's going to come back. They floating around. I think he just like being on camera. TD, you need to have a real conversation about it. I'm trying to, CB, but I have to understand your logic to be able to present it to other people. Me and you aren't on the same page, but I am an open-minded person. Explain to me the logic behind what you're saying, and if it makes me go, oh, you know what, I see that, then I can present it to other people. So I don't mind having a conversation, but make it make sense. You can't say in two different sentences, CB, that you're mad that we start sitting the starters, and then next thing you know, we're tanking. Okay, well, what does it matter then? And that is a pretty big time kick. That was 53 yards. Hold on, he just made a nice kick. Let me start learning his name. Hey, it looked like he had another 10 yards in him. Okay, well, let me make sure. Riley Patterson. Let me make sure I keep remembering Riley Patterson. Hey, Riley gonna make sure we don't get blown out this year, baby. All right, for some of y'all that think we are. Play the song. We play the song on touchdowns first, man. Or game-winning field goals. TD, even your kids know the Dolphins are not good. They don't have the same knowledge of football like you. Hope we win, but that's a dream. I hope we win too. And hey, man, if it's a dream, it's a dream. But you know what? They're going to go out there and compete and fight and try to win every week. TD, he was our kicker last year. Listen, that type of stuff been a blur for me for 2 years now. Y'all don't realize how much of a blur some things have been for me. And I remember you replaced what you call it, that got hurt and all that mess. But y'all don't understand. The last 2 years, it's been a lot of blur for me. I kind of checked out because I knew the end in the beginning. I was trying to stay in it for 4 years, and then I had to deal with 2 more. I was like, man, listen, put it like this. I went through 3 years of this crap. Then I've been in prison. I was in prison. I got a 7-year prison sentence. The night they drafted Tua, that's when the judge Roger Goodell was the judge. With the 5th pick in the draft, I sentenced TD to 7 years of prison. 7 years. As Jameis Winston with the check down for 4 yards. And 7 years, man. The first 3 years, man, I was doing my time, man. I'm doing my time. And in that 4th year, man, I was up for parole. In year 4, man. The parole board ain't want to hear it, man. They were like, did you see 2023? We got to deny your parole. No, they sat me down there and they were like, we want to let you out if you could be a functioning member of society. But do you feel bad about your crimes? And I told the parole board, I didn't do it though. Oh, you're not owning it. You're not owning your crimes. Did you not see that 2023 performance and you still not owning your crimes? Parole denied. And I got down, man. They gave him the contract and everything. I got sad, man. And after that, man, the last 3 years been a blur, man. I was supposed to do 7 years, but 6 years came around and, they opened it. They opened the cell and was like, hey, you getting out today. I ain't even know. Oh, man. They done let your boy out of prison, boy. Hey, early this year, your boy came home. Oh, man, we were, February? Your boy came home, man. I'm home now. So all that kicker and all that, man, I wouldn't care. Man, what they were doing these last few years, we were wasting time. That's all we good for is wasting time. Now we got some guys I believe in, and now everybody who was being positive about the last guy, now they want to be the Debbie Downers. Make it make sense. Make it make sense. Lord. Winston back to pass, 2nd and 3, incomplete over the middle to OBJ, and look at that, AJ Green in the mix. Almost had to pick. That's one player right there. I want to see him make this team, y'all. I just feel like he's always been in the mix. He's always around his guy, but we got a defense. Who is it on? They're going to call it on AJ Green? I got to see this. He's always around his man, but can he finish plays, man? That's his problem. Hey, OBJ tried to push off. That's a bad call. OBJ put his hands on him, and all he's doing is fighting his hands off. Man, y'all out here giving OBJ benefit calls? Terrible, man. Terrible. Terrible. Those who have been to prison are destined to return to prison. Not the innocent ones. I know the recidivism rate is very high. It's like 90% recidivism, okay? For those who go to prison, 90% chance they going back. But not those who were innocent from the beginning. See, they can't track those numbers. They can't track those numbers, man. They can't track those numbers. I ain't going back because I ain't committed the crime in the first place. I ain't finna start committing them now. Oh, man. All right. All out blitz on 2nd and 9, and they don't send it. They only send one, number 42, and that's incomplete. AJ Green locking them down, saying, yeah, give me mine. Y'all gave me that bogus call. He ain't out here finna put no work in on me. That's what they doing. They trying to get OBJ to put some work in. AJ Green like, nah, you ain't finna play with me like that. Look at that. AJ Green playing the ball. Oh, I'm with you, James. We all with you. We all with you. 3rd and 9. And I like that with AJ Green. He a handsy guy. He gonna put his hands on you. You ain't coming in and out of your breaks just clean. I like that. Y'all notice that on that replay? He ain't letting nobody come out they break clean. We gonna make contact. We gonna touch each other. Nah, you ain't finna have no just clean break. Willis Neer era is upon us. No, it's not. No, it's not. That's what y'all don't realize. When Malik Willis start coming out there bumming it up, he gonna get the same treatment. That's what it's about. But can you tell me what Willis have done in camp so far that's gonna make us be like, oh my God, you blah, blah, blah. You see what I mean? Like that's one thing nobody can talk about as they're rushing to try to hurry up and get to the line. Think they called a timeout because why did the clock stop? They called a timeout. Yeah, have y'all not noticed that? Have y'all not noticed that? All the Malik Willis doubters, all the people called him a bum. So far in training camp, they ain't had nothing to write home about him being terrible because he ain't ever been terrible. Average day at worst. Have you noticed that? So many people came into this offseason, oh, he ain't a good quarterback. Y'all gonna see and this and that and this. And all the man has been doing is getting better and better and better, and maybe a time or two leveled, but better, leveled up there. But that's all he's been. Have you noticed that? Malik Willis isn't giving you bulletin board material to trash him. Have you noticed that? And at a very minimum, whether he's successful or not this year, the one thing you can't take from Malik Willis that he has already proven It's just a basic level of competence at the quarterback position. Basic level of competence. Now, him going out there being a superstar, making plays and like, wow, that's up to him. But the one thing he has already proven is a basic level of QB competence. You cannot deny that. You cannot deny that. I don't care if you ain't seen a real sample size. The little small size that you've seen has been nothing but competence. Competence. Couldn't go up to get it. OBJ in the back of the end zone. Too high. Look at all that holding the Giants O-line doing on Butler. All right, here we go. Trips to the right, one to the left. Timeout Dolphins. Jameis balling. Jameis always balling. Jameis can play football, man. TD is not like Tua sets the bar high in that regard when it comes to evaluating other QBs. That's true, but anything above him is a better situation for us. And guess what? When we settle into having a better situation, now all out blitz, OBJ with the first down, quick little 4-yard out. Now, when we come and we have a better level of quarterback play consistently, then we'll evaluate it and compare it to some of the greater guys of how much better we want it to be. But I'm telling you now, you get better play than what Tua gave us, you might look up and say, this is good enough. This is good enough. And I know Tua doesn't set the bar high, but let's be honest here. That's why I told y'all, I admit, Tua actually exceeded my expectations. He ended up being a good quarterback. But good ain't good enough in this league. His problem is he couldn't be really good on enough occasions. He couldn't be really good on enough occasions. No, and I'm not saying Tua is a good quarterback, but he had good moments. You put everything around him and everything is easier. You got a top 3 run game in the league and all of that type of stuff. He can be a good quarterback. But he's never going to get you over the hump when you play another good team that's you both got walls going up against each other. Now it comes down to the quarterback who can break through the most. And now it's on him, and he doesn't have that in him. Malik has way more of that in him than Tua. And that's what I'm banking on. That's what I'm banking on, those moments. See, with Malik Willis, I don't see us losing those Tennessee games. I don't see us losing against the Colts, Saints, and all of those games. You're like, how did we lose against them? I don't see that happening against them. Last year, when we went to Buffalo and we dominated for 3 quarters, and we throw that pick in the 4th quarter, we don't lose that game with Malik Willis. Those games right there are the ones I'm talking about. We don't lose. And I know I put a lot of emphasis on the offense, trying to help people see that, man, we could be better offensively this year than we were in the past. And I'm not talking about from a statistical standpoint. I'm talking about from a effective standpoint. And what matters in a game standpoint. But when it comes to the defense, I'll even admit to you, I'm terrified, man. I know that we might do a solid job, maybe stopping the run, maybe pass rush. I got to wait to see. Secondary, no clue whatsoever. We got some guys that can make some plays. Linebacking core I love, but the defense is the area where, man, if we do suck, it's because the defense gave up 7 more points than last year's team every game. And I get it, but I got to wait to see the defense, and here's why. Because that's Jeff Hafley's, that's his area. That's his area of expertise. I have one request from every head coach. Whatever side of the ball you came from, and that's what you are known for, at a minimum, you should be able to do more with less. Because I'll put it like this. If Brian Flores was our defensive coordinator right now, y'all can miss me with that crap. I have the full confidence in the defense. I have the full confidence in the defense. Go back to Brian Flores' defense the first year he went to Minnesota. It looked just like what we got now. Matter of fact, we might have a few more pieces. All pro linebackers and stuff like that. I have I'll be really talking. Hey, ain't no question we going to the playoffs. But I don't know. I got to see what Jeff Hafley does in these situations. You're the head coach, but you got to impact that defense where you know. And guess what? I already know John Eric Sullivan and Jeff Hafley sat in that meeting room back in February and March, and they were literally saying, let's make sure we attack the offense. We're going to get a few pieces on the defense, but let's attack the offense. Because we're closer on offense. We got Devin Achane. We got that same O-line that he ran well behind last year. Let's add another rock, another piece on there with Caden Proctor. Let's go ahead and get us a solidified blocking tight end, not just a catching one, a blocking tight end. That was their investment in the offense. And let's go get Malik Willis. And I think we're going to be fine on the offensive side of the football. Can't be worse than it was last year. It cannot be worse than it was last year. Now, on the defensive side of the football, hey, we're going to have to sacrifice that. But that's where I come in. Jeff Hafley raises his hand. Hey, I'm going to get these guys to do what they need to do. We may not be great, but you know what? I know how to create us a bend but don't break situation. Force some of these field goals you see in this game right now with the starting unit, forcing field goals. And that's what they're banking on. If it works, if it doesn't, hey, well, we know that this was a risk. But you know what? Next year, we got a lot of good foundational stuff now. Now we go attack the draft the same way. But we have a better emphasis on the defense. We'll get us a player in on the offense, maybe another receiver or something, but we'll attack the defense. It's that simple. And another piece of it, man, you got a whole different identity with this team. You don't have pushovers anymore. People that's going to cower to getting punched in the mouth. These guys going to punch you right back in your face. Let's go. We out here competing just like y'all. Y'all ain't finna run over us. Look at CB talk about we out there getting pushed around. Why are you so infatuated on players that ain't even going to make the 53? You know what I'm talking about? We out here getting punched around. Like 80% of the guys you watching on this screen right now not even going to make the 53. It's fine, man. Line it up week 1. Let's see what we got. Line it up week 1. Let's see what we got. It's that simple. Some of these guys will be on team. Some, not all. You know, football is a unit. Everybody playing together. Some of them will, not all. Some guys out here right now playing next to guys who not. That's going to bring everything down. And on top of it, the guys you see out there right now that's going to make the roster, how much playing time they getting? Like, let's be realistic here. Y'all really, it's like y'all want to sell to other people and yourself that we're going to suck because you believe we're going to suck. So you want to defend your position. Fine. I get it. I believe we're going to be just fine. I'm defending my position. Time always tells. And people are starting to hate when I say that because it does always tell. Time always tell. You know, like we're the type of team that if we start out 5-3, you know what the narrative is going to be? Yeah, but wait till the injuries start happening. It's like, yeah, the only thing will make you happy is if this team wins 4 games this year. Like some of y'all need to just be honest. I hope we win 4 games this year. Say that. Say that. We could save the back and forth. Some of y'all need to just be honest. Say to yourself, I hope we lose. I hope we win less than 4 games. I hope we win less than 4 games. Say that. Said, nah, bro, I want to win 12. Why not 20? We should all want to win 20 games. To be honest with you, we should all want to win 20 games. That's what we should want to win. And realistically, we know, hey, well, I think it's going to be this or that. That's fine. I'm just saying. Nobody can really get me down on my hope for this team, and here's why. Because if you are right and we suck this year, if you are right, which I just don't think you're going to be right, but if you are, it ain't going to disappoint me. Oh, okay, man. Yeah, their youth is showing. Man, I was banking on their youth not to show. I was banking on them to be sound. I was banking on Malik to play great. And they're not. And I'm playing devil's advocate here. I'm feeding into the negative people, those who don't believe we are, right? But I'm still gonna be fine. You know why? Because in my mind, yeah, but you know what? We brought in some really good pieces this year, and next year we'll add another 4 good pieces through the draft, and we got $90 million, so we might add a nice 2 or 3 pieces in free agency. That's another 7 players that we feel great about. 7 players, I can go through the offense and say, okay, another receiver, done with the receivers. Who else? Maybe another tight end, done with the tight ends. I don't need nothing else on the offense. Now I got 5 more players on the defense. 2 edges. Ooh, nice. Free agency order early in the draft. Now we cooking. Linebackers, we good. I still got 3 more to go in the secondary with Chris Johnson. Give me another corner and 2 safeties. I feel great. And now all them other players that had a year of experience that weren't as great this year, now a lot of them become depth. And they understand the system another year. They did, like, no matter how you look at it, it's still a bright future. It's still a bright future. This is a foundational year. I'm only around here arguing about how good we can be in a foundational year. But what y'all got to understand is even if we're not, it's a foundational year. There ain't going to be no getting me down. There ain't going to be no, hey, I told you, TD, you know what? Hey, I banked on some things I was wrong, but look at the future now. I know that worst case scenario, we're 1 year away from competing. Worst case scenario, we're 1 year away next year. Worst case scenario. I just think highly of this year. I think we're going to do a lot better than people think. That's all. The real fundamental difference in what we're saying is how good we could actually be this year if we shock everyone. Like, here's what a lot of people won't acknowledge. What if Jacob Rodriguez play like Zach Thomas this year? I ain't saying he will, but what if he does? What if Chris Johnson does his job very well? What if Caden Proctor is in the rookie of the year voting? What if Caleb Douglas actually is that dude this year and Chris Bell too? We didn't talk about that. Like, what if all those guys actually do ball out this year? Now, I know that's compounding what ifs, which makes the odds of it even less and less because it's like a parlay. Let me make a parlay on the rookies that's going to do great. And I put all 5 of them on it. I'm going to make a lot of money because the odds are less the more that I add on. I understand that. But don't hit me with the it ain't possible. Listen, I've seen the odds stacked against situations and it happened. I just say I'm banking on this one of them rare odds. Because there's logic behind what they did, and I like what they did, and I like the players. I like all that. I love it. I'm excited about the season. I'm excited about the young guys who gonna shine and make plays and make their name known in this league. Who's gonna make a name for themselves in this league? That's what I'm excited about. Then when we bring those boys in next year, we bring them guys in next year, man. I already know. The sky is the limit. TD defining hopium right now. Yeah, hey, well, however you want to look at it. I understand I have hope associated with what I believe, but don't be messing with me telling me it's impossible. That's all I'm saying. Don't hit me with the you're just wrong stuff. No, it's possible. It is possible. Don't sit here and say it's not. You just don't believe it will happen, but don't say it ain't possible. That's all I'm saying. Some of y'all are wasting too much energy trying to convince me why it ain't possible. When that's false. It is possible. Anything is possible. Now you want to talk to me about the likelihood? Now we can have a real conversation. I already know the likelihood is stacked against us. Possibility versus probability. I'm in believe mode. Because there's reasons for me to believe and logic behind why I believe. And guess what? If they struggle, my logic behind what I believe will start to break apart real quick. And guess what? I'm going to be on the right side of it right away as soon as the evidence shows it. But y'all ain't even played a game yet. Y'all love telling me you ain't even played a game yet. That goes both ways. Why do you think they're going to be great? They ain't even play a game yet. They're rookies. Why do you not think they're going to be great? They ain't even played a game yet. Same thing. Same argument. So if you want to meet me in the middle, fine. But don't try to bulldoze how I feel about this team and what I think. Because it's possible. And I'm banking on it. Let's go. Let's go. Oh, we got some people blessing the channel right now. Well, I could win the lottery tomorrow. Doesn't mean I'm going to. Exactly. Are you going to play? You could win the lottery tomorrow. Don't mean you're going to, but are you actually going to play it? There's only one reason people play the lottery. Because they recognize they could win it. Even if the odds are slim. Because if you knew without a shadow of a doubt you couldn't win it, you ain't finna go put your $2 or $5 on it. Like, see, some of y'all don't even think about what you say yourself. You don't even think about the logic that you even saying. You're basically making my point. So I ask you again, are you going to play it? Are you going to play it? High Altitude said, I never won the lotto, but if you've played it, you believe that you could potentially. Nobody can hide behind that fundamental. It ain't even an argument. That is a fundamental truth. If you've played the lottery, it's because you believed in the slimmest of chance that there was a chance to win it. It's the only reason. Anybody that knew without a shadow of a doubt, I am not going to win the lottery, you ain't ever going to play it. Just saying. Give me 6 numbers to play, TD. 2, 7, Malik, Caleb Douglas. 18, Chris Bell. Who else I want to give you? 20, Brooks. Brewer, 55. That's 5 right there. I gotta give you one more. What's A chain number? I don't even remember. 28, dub. 28. There you go. You got the numbers. Now, if it hit tomorrow and you ain't play, that'd be the craziest thing ever, right? We all tomorrow we'd be like, look at the numbers last night. 2, 7, 18, 20, 55, 28. Yeah. That's your numbers. There you go. Somebody said 10. Play it both ways. Oh, man. Who knows, man? Who knows? All right, man. But we back in the action here. That's a good stop right there by 59 in run defense. I got to keep looking at my sheet to remember these numbers. Rodney McGraw on the edge with a nice stop right there and tackle. Physical play. 2nd and 8 coming up. I believe the Dolphins can fly. I believe they can touch the sky. I think about it every night and day. Spread my wings, let Malik fly away. All right, we got a dual sack, 58 and 90. I love it. 58, Seth Coleman-Lyles and Mason Rager off the edge with the sack. Nice. Now the Giants put their bums. Well, guess what? Weren't some of ours out there? So now the guys are playing well, and it's their bums now. What do you think we had on the field? I mean, they had Slayton on the field, veterans like OBJ. They had some guys on the field. Don't forget that. That's a big time tackle by number 24. Is that Green? Was that 24? If that was AJ Green, that was a big time tackle. The Giants set up a screen. They had 4 blockers, and all you saw was AJ Green and everybody else about to get blocked. And AJ Green got gritty and fought through all them guys and made the wrap up. Did y'all see that? That's what I'm talking about with AJ Green. And these are the type of things that you identify in games like this. Guys that belong. So if they get an opportunity to play, you can feel good about when they come in the game to potentially make a play. I hope y'all saw that last play. Y'all need to go back and see that screen by the Giants. Watch AJ Green, number 24, make the tackle. And look at the wall the Giants set up. You would think it was going to be a house call, a touchdown. Please, if you got the ability to rewind that, go back and watch that play. And he was being blocked in bad position, fought through it and made the play. Nah, I saw it, bro. What was your thoughts about it? That's what I'm talking about. Guys like that who are fighting on that field. Every snap they out there fighting. I'm telling you now, if AJ Green don't make this roster, then I'm like, man, what's going on? I've been watching this secondary. Guys play up and down, make plays and get burned. But AJ Green has always been in the play, even if it was a completion. I didn't even know who he was before this training camp. He caught my eye early in camp. When I first got there, I started noticing this great coverage. Ooh, like in this is what I told y'all a few weeks ago. I said, what I noticed about AJ Green, every time I say it's great coverage, the receiver catch the ball anyway. It'd be like the perfect pass to the sideline, arms extended, AJ Green all over the wide receiver, but it's just perfect. What are you supposed to do? And I'm like, man, this guy got some good coverage skills, but guys still convert. And he physical. He get in there. He don't let you come in and out of your breaks just smooth. He gonna meet you there, put his hands on you, and let's go. And sometimes that is gonna be a flag, but I'll take a physical DB any day of the week, man. I'll take a flag over a 30-yard completion any day of the week. Any day of the week. Y'all punch that like button for me, man. He wants a spot, TD. Listen, I feel like he belongs on the field. Forget a spot. I feel like he just straight up belongs in the rotation, period. All right, man. Hey, who this quarterback? Oh, this the one, what's his name? Who we cut and brought back? Or is this somebody else? Is this Gronowski? Yeah, okay. Gronowski back. Let's see if we can do something. Look, Tutu still in the game. They're going to make Tutu play this whole game. Man, you better do something. That's what they're saying. Why Gronowski in the game? Because Cam Miller already did his work. It's time for Gronowski to play the second half with some other players. Back to pass. I'm finna say you better not fall. All right, he throws the ball away, incomplete. So at this point in the game, who am I looking for? Who am I looking for? I'll be honest with you. It's the backup running backs and the wide receivers. Can anybody like make plays? At this point in the game, like literally what many of y'all don't realize, 11 guys are on the field right now, 8 of them not making this roster. On defense, when they come back out, there's going to be 11 guys on the field. There's probably 7 of them that ain't making the roster. Look at this. Nice run. Washington Jr., he's been running hard in camp, y'all. That's the crazy thing. We got some backs on this roster, and that's another flag. We got some backs on this roster that have been running very well in camp on that back end of the roster. Offensive holding. The problem is when you're looking at HN, Wright, and Ollie Gordon at the top, and you run fullbacks, none of these guys going to get a chance. You're gonna cut them and hope to re-sign 1 or 2 of them back to the practice squad. That's the reality. It's almost inevitable. I don't know who was holding, but I didn't see a holding, and anybody that was holding wasn't even close to the play. Wasn't even whatever holding happened had no bearing on what happened on that play. And I hate those kind of situations. Another run to the left side for maybe 1 yard. Murphy with the stop. Tolbert was called for the holding. Third and 15. This just feels like bad news. With Gronowski. Back to pass. I don't know what that was. That's negative 4 yards. It's going to be at the 1 yard line. It's going to be inside the 1 yard line. We're going to have to punt the football. That's crazy work, man. What did they just say? All right. Kick to midfield. Oh, Jesus. Great pun in the situation. Yeah. Why do some of y'all really be having like these solidified opinions about this part of the game? Like, oh my gosh, we suck. Man, did you see this? Did you see the Seattle Seahawks third and fourth stringers on the field? You want me to go to some of these great teams and you want to see how they look on the field with their third and fourth stringers? Holding on the Giants on the return. They're going to back it up. Good. That'll back them up. Back to around midfield or further. Dolphins to Seahawks now? No, but a lot of teams, like you go look at their third and fourth string unit, looking terrible. Because a lot of these guys ain't even going to make the team. Like, what do you expect out here right now? Then there's times, you know, you got units that dominate. I mean, it happens. The Rams got a 100-yard pick six just now. Spencer Rattler. What decade will we win a playoff game? Things go according to plan, supposedly next year. Jets defense was solid. Listen, I don't know how much I gotta say this. Ain't no defense or offense, good or bad, in preseason games. Yeah, you want to see execution just like we did last week. It's not even game planning for the other team like that, man. You out there running plays, trying to, you know, adjust mid-game, trying to see how guys perform. People don't realize preseason is real evaluation. You have to select your team. If you was going out there to win a preseason game, you would run H-hand on every play. You would do all that type of stuff. But is that fair to Ollie or Jalen Wright, who's trying to move up or down the depth chart? Is it fair to Taj Washington, who wants some shake to move up the depth chart? Is it fair to Coleman? Is it fair to Tutu? All of these guys who fighting? No, you out here running plays, trying to get certain guys involved, trying to see how they handle situations. All right, let's like tonight. It was clear they threw like 5 passes in a row to Coleman. I think that's who it was, right? Make sure I got the player right. Yeah, Kevin Coleman. They threw like 5 passes in a row to him. Then next year, you know, they throw 3 or 4 passes in a row to Tutu. You don't see that that's design? It's designed that way. They trying to get a look at some of these players. All right, we're going to put you in this situation. Let's see how you do. We're going to put you in that situation. It's not about the whole overall, like, you know. All right, here we go. Play action. Back to pass. Check down. Willie Gay with the tackle. Second down coming up. I'm already doing 2027 mock draft simulators. Who you got us picking 32 overall? Who you got us picking at number 32, man? Oh man. I'm just messing with you. We'll be 20 to 32, somewhere in there, right? All right, here we go. Handoff, right side, left side. Man, that's a first down. First down yardage. Let me see. 96. Rena Conga. Highly unlikely to make the team. Who else I saw out there? Number 90, 59, 34. So 34 is Omar Brown. 90, Mason Rager. All right, tight end, 8 yards. Number 26, Austin. Who was 26? Alex Austin. I don't see nobody out there that's supposedly making the team. Who was 57? Who's out there? Max Llewellyn. Second and 2. Handoff right up the middle. All right. 24 on the tackle. That's AJ Green, ain't it? Yep, AJ Green and one other player was with him. Somebody else, him and probably Butler or somebody. No, 34, Dix. Oh. Dix just signed in less than 24 hours, highlighted. Yeah, I'm like, Dix, you know he was on the team. So that tell you what you need to know. All right. AJ Green couldn't get the wrap up in the backfield, but he did delay it for the pursuit defense to come get him. Look at him. He was in pass coverage and he comes downhill. Missed the tackle, though. You want him to make it. But that's what I'm talking about with AJ Green. He's playing, man. He's out there fighting. He got to secure that tackle, but good delay to help the pursuit defense come get him. TD, your work on trying to figure out who those guys are legendary. Listen, there's one guy on the field, Jobu and AJ Green, probably the only ones I know. Jeremiah Smith to the Dolphins in the 27 draft. I'm here for it. How are we going to be able to get a top 3 pick to get him, though? Hey, man. We'll see. If we have a top 3 pick in the draft, that's going to be disappointing to me. We'll see. Trips to the left, 2 to the right. Third and 6. Can they make a play? Over the top, too high. Nowhere to go. End zone. Too high. Let me 1 second. A quick shout out to Ivan Roman, blessing the channel on the Cash App. I appreciate you, homie. He said, just cuz. That's what's up, man. Ivan donated to the Cash App and left a message and said, just cuz. Fins up. Salute to you, bro. I appreciate it, man. It goes a long way. Goes a long way. And you know what? I want to let you know in particular, Ivan, when you donated, I went straight to Amazon and you can't see it now because it's hooked up. I had to get a few new HDMI cords and connections for the computer because my last one was shorting out and I was having some issues and I knew I needed to order some stuff. And when you sent it, I was like, you know what? There we go. Let me go ahead and order this stuff. So I went straight to Amazon and I ordered new cables and stuff for the equipment because it was that time. It's been like 3 years since I've replaced any cables and stuff, and I'm starting to see some of them have faultiness in them. So I went ahead and replaced them thanks to you. So appreciate you, homie. Thanks so much. Mm. Boy, they got drama in Cleveland right now. Deshaun Watson just came after the fans. They got a quote. He said, "The last time I played on this field, I tore my Achilles. That same fan base, they cheered when I got hurt." Wow. Because they booed him today, by the way. When he came in after halftime, they were booing him the whole time. He said, "I felt they were disrespectful for booing me." Mm. It's crazy work, man. Mm. TD, thanks for making a poor game palatable. Recognizing that even in a blowout, the game is serving this coaching staff to help get their roster ready for the regular season. Blessings. Thank you. I appreciate that, Donald. I'm glad a lot of people see that, man. A game like this, man, we got 400 people in here chilling with us, so that's pretty dope. Somebody said, y'all think Arch going top 3? Man, Arch ain't showed nothing in college yet. I don't know why people keep talking Arch. Like, and this was crazy about it. Everybody that keep talking about Arch, like, all you doing is talk about the name. He ain't did nothing in college yet. What Arch did in college? What has Arch done in college? Oh, we just chasing the name so we can keep sucking. If Malik sucks and if Arch Manning plays like he did last year and we draft Arch Manning, well, we just gonna keep sucking. Like that's what we doing now, just chasing names. Now, if he do his thing in college this year, hey, let's roll. If Malik don't do well and Arch Manning is balling in college in the film check out, oh, but these people that's like tank for Arch and all that, what has he done? Ain't a Manning quarterback do any wrong until you get a Manning quarterback that does wrong, and it'd be so Dolphin for it to be us. Come on, man. 2nd and 10. Quick check down. Who's that? AJ Henning getting some work in. King Lowski, stop that mess, man. You're a Jets fan. You come in here talking trash about the Dolphins because y'all win a preseason. Y'all have a good preseason game, and now you poking your chest out. The Jets are terrible, bro. Stop it. Stop it, man. Oh my God. You say we're sweeping y'all this year. You said that last year and we swept y'all. What's up? Man, get out of here, man. Oh my gosh. Gronowski fumbles the snap and then fumbles the pickup. Oh, and gets it back. Lord. Man, this is what I'm talking to y'all. King Lowski is proving the point. He's a Jets fan coming in here bumping his gums because the Jets had a nice preseason game. They blew it. They got 2 picks. They got 2 picks in preseason game, and now the Jets fans, boy, they like, oh man, you know what? They mind messed up right now. They think the Jets gonna be the next Knicks. Oh my God, the Jets fans, they like, oh, we got that New York Knicks mojo right now. Y'all are funny to me right now. That's funny. That's funny. Y'all are killing me, man. Wow. TD, I thought you function off of probability. What is the probability of a Manning QB failing? What is the probability of a Manning QB failing? The same probability of any QB failing. Same. When it comes to a individual player, they're an individual person. I don't run probabilities off of family members. You don't run probabilities off of family members. Matter of fact, there's a greater probability he'll fail because he's a Manning. Because you're already 2 for 2. Like nobody batting 100. The probability is probably greater you're going to fail. Go look at siblings that become quarterbacks. It's probably a greater probability that he won't even come near his uncles. So, yeah, if we're going to talk probabilities. Now, a lot of people don't know that. See, people think that if a guy throws 5 passes and completes all 5, what's the probability he's going to complete the 6? All you're looking at is the sample size of the 5 of 5 and think that the probability is massive. He's 100% right now, so it's a great chance the next one's going to be it. No, the probability of him completing the next one actually keeps going down at some point. It actually starts to go down because you start looking at the broader data. You have to look at the broader data. In this specific game, if we're only looking at that data, then yeah, the probability is high. But when you look at the norm, the more completions you get in a row, the probability of missing is going to go up, up, and up. You actually got a higher probability of failing the more success you have. Like, understand that about probabilities. TD, I bet you Archie is better than Tua. I'm not betting against Archie. Let's get that straight. All I'm talking about is he ain't did nothing yet. Archie might come in this league and be the best quarterback of all time. I have no clue. But I need to see this year's film to start to talk about what I think he's going to be. Because last year, that ain't nothing worth evaluating. Quarterback that made some plays, started to stride late, and, okay. But ain't nothing to be writing home about like he a top 10 pick right now. He ain't did nothing to be a top 10 pick right now. So we'll see. All right, here we go. 1st and 10 for the Giants. Fake. Oh, I don't know what that was. That was bad miscommunication. It looked like he wanted to hand it off, but the running back thought it was play action or not. I don't know what just happened. Archie's way more athletic than his uncle. It ain't going to matter if he can't throw like him, if he can't process the field like him, if he can't use his brain and audible like him. Let's not forget, Peyton Manning was not this elite skill set quarterback. Peyton Manning was a great processor and pre-snap, post-snap reads impeccable. That was Peyton Manning. We're not going to sit here and act like Peyton Manning had a strong arm. Like Peyton Manning was like, no, we ain't going to do all that. Peyton Manning was athletic. No, Peyton Manning beat you with his brain. Peyton Manning beat you with his brain. He can come to the line and know if the play going to work or not based off of the defense and the things you can switch to out of this defense. He can come to the line and be like, ooh, it's 3rd and 7. And, ooh, yeah, this play going to get us 8 yards. But you know what? I see something that's going to get 15. Check up line. Let me tell y'all what y'all need to do. Like, come on, man. Peyton Manning made every wise decision with the football. Peyton Manning will attack you. Peyton Manning is going to outthink your OC and your defense. Peyton Manning can come to the line of scrimmage with a run play called, with a personnel that ain't a good audible to throw. But you know what? I'm going to change the run to a better fit. And then I'm going to call the gap assignments different at the line of scrimmage. Like, I remember watching something, if I'm not mistaken, I think it was Peyton Manning. Somebody talked about every old lineman can look up and identify the mic. I think it was Peyton Manning they were talking about. Somebody was talking about how he came to the line of scrimmage and told the old line, ignore the mic. Treat him like he the mic. Because of what he was seeing. Like, change the mic. We know who the mic on this play, but I want you to, O-line, I want you to act like this guy's the mic and act accordingly. All of them looked, okay, we'll treat him like the mic, even though this is off. Big game. Like, come on, man. You don't know what Arch got. We have no clue. We have no clue what Arch got up here to be talking about his uncles. I don't know. Man, Peyton Manning. I mean, when that man couldn't throw 40 yards in Denver and won a Super Bowl, end of discussion, man. That's what I'm saying. Brady had that. That's another thing that people need to understand. That's what made Brady so great. Brady was probably taller, stronger arm, and like really great precision and stuff, and audible at the line. But Brady was elite at that too. That's the most underrated part of Brady's game that most of y'all don't realize. He knows how to call all of his protections. Brady can take a bad O-line and call his protections up to get the best possibility for protection he can get. He'll take a guy out of a route that he know he don't need in this coverage. I know that this linebacker gonna sit right here and I got a little turnaround. No, I'm gonna call you in on block assignment. You don't, man, 95% of the league today ain't doing none of that. And the 5% that's doing it are doing it at a 50% level of what Brady and Manning did. This is a whole different ball game when you talk about smart quarterbacks. The problem now in football, in college, believe it or not, there are some quarterbacks that's very smart like that, but they just ain't got no skills. They ain't got a strong arm. They can process, but they can't throw well. Their precision is bad. All of that stuff. That's why that package matters, man. Like, you gotta have so many things you need to have as a quarterback, and a lot of them don't have it all. So you got to give and take what they have and try to make it work with what they don't have. This game is intricate at every position. Very intricate. Here we go. All right, man. We got shotgun the Giants close to midfield. Not quite yet. 2nd and 8. We got a timeout. What game am I attending with the round table, folks? I don't know, man. We're trying to figure that out because the NFL schedule this year sucks when it comes for us to do an event. They like straight up suck. First of all, the Dolphins play every Sunday at 1. So we don't have any primetime games that we like to do events in primetime. But we don't have primetime games to do, right? And then the divisional games, the way that they're kind of lined out is really no great ones like that we can try to attend. That makes sense, you know? But we're trying to figure it out. We're definitely trying to figure it out. We keep scratching our head like maybe this, maybe that. So we'll see. because we also like to do the events. We like a lot of things have to be perfect for us. All right, get them. Like we like to do the events like this. So say Buffalo and Miami play on a Thursday night. We know that the Jets and Patriots creator can be there with us. You know what I mean? But if it's a 1 o'clock game and then Buffalo got a game or this other team in the division have a game, we it's not a good. We don't want the event to be like that. We want all of us to be able to go. So that's why we try to do primetime games because the other teams are not playing. But when the Jets and the Dolphins, every game is at 1 o'clock or 4 o'clock, it don't work. And Bills got some primetime games, but you look for one versus the Patriots, it's probably in New England, and that sucks because New England is almost impossible to get group tickets. Last year, it was almost impossible for us to get Bills tickets in Buffalo that early in the season. That's why we had to go the expensive route and book the Caesars Lounge suite. We were in a whole lounge suite and all of that stuff, and we did the event there, which was dope, by the way, because we did a restaurant. I think this was a Sunday night or a Monday night game. I don't remember, but we did a get together meet and greet the night before, which was pretty fun. You know, we had probably like 35 people there, everybody ordering food and drinks, having a good time, laughing and getting to know each other, talking trash. And then the next day at the game, the same people that was in the event, we were in the suites. And it was a ball. They hated me for the first 3 quarters because I was talking all mad trash and we were winning. In the fourth quarter, I was just embarrassed, just sitting there like Tua. But yeah, so it's hard, man. We're going to figure something out. And if not, then it ain't the end of the world if we can't do it this year. We want to, though, because some people are starting to come every year because it's pretty fun. You know, so we'll see. We're trying our best. 2 years ago, we did it in Miami. That was pretty fun. We went to Miller's Ale House, and I think we probably had about 30 people there. We took over a whole section in Miller. That was pretty fun. My sons were there too. And then we had a private section, you know, where the TV monitor screens. Under that, they have these balcony private sections, and that was pretty cool. We were all there watching the game. And did we win that game? Yeah, I think we did. Tua to Jonnu in the end zone. I think it went overtime. And the Jets blew it because they should have won that game. Like, they lost the game on a fourth quarter step out of bounds. I think they had got a first down and they could have ran the clock out for the rest of the game. And the player stepped out of bounds. Like, he was inbounds. All he had to do was go down and take a knee. And we lost. And he stepped out of bounds. And that gave us time that we wouldn't have had. And we go down there and match it, take it to overtime, and win the game. They blew it. Yeah. Yuck. Y'all see the tackling? I don't think anybody really cares about the tackling from a whole bunch of guys who's not going to make the roster. Oh, they got Dante Trader, Taff out there, Willie Gay. See, these are guys that can they make plays to say, yeah, I'm here. That's a nice tackle right there by Ethan Robinson. Here's what's crazy. Whatever unit is out there right now, I see like 5 guys that are better than everybody that was on the field before them just now. We talk about Willie Gay, Ethan Bonner, Taff, Ojabo. Who is that? No, that wouldn't Riley. All right. Tight end over the middle. First down. Somebody said 93 total yards after 3 quarters. Yeah, man, when you got the quarterbacks we got, makes sense. And the wide receivers that's out there. But didn't we have 95 yards in one drive with the starters last week? This is what I'm talking about. 93 total yards after 3 quarters with these guys. But on the first drive last week, it was 95 yards. That's why nobody like looking into this to try to like, oh man, we gonna be. This ain't telling you nothing. This tells us absolutely nothing. Run up the middle, first down. It's one of them games, man. Keep running the ball so we can get out of here. Mm. All right. It absolutely tells us something. It ain't gonna tell us nothing, man. You got Super Bowl winning teams and teams that went to Super Bowls out here looking like this in a preseason third and fourth quarter. Tells us absolutely nothing. You want to go look at the Patriots preseason last year? You want to go look at Denver's preseason last year? Tells us absolutely nothing. Oh boy. This is good work, TD. I'm gonna be honest with you. The work started a quarter. The work stopped a quarter ago. We just watching the watch now. Like, I be honest with you. At this point, I don't think as much you're gonna be learning out here right now because iron ain't sharpening iron right now. You know, what I mean, even they have their back end of the roster in the game right here. Guys who may not even see the field in the regular season unless major injuries happen, who they're not going to be game planning around. So they're playing each other. So are you really learning anything at this point? This the part of the game, man. You just, I don't know, finishing the game. All right, handoff up the middle, 2 yards. Oh man. Once you get in the regular season, your starters are playing, and you start game planning for the other team, actual game planning, knowing what you want to take away, knowing what they're going to try to take away, your counters and all of that. That's when it starts. Ain't nothing starting right now. This don't tell you nothing. Ain't no game planning in the. You think they're out here like, hey, we scouted this. We need to do this right now to try to get. No, man. They're out there testing each player. Each player. Right now, the Giants on the sideline. Let's dial up some plays for number 87. Let's see what he can do. Let's target him a few times. Let's see if he can make some plays. Let's run the outside this or whatever. Let's see if this guard here how they can handle their pull. They're trying to get film that they can break down during the week on specific players. Guess who the youngest coach in the league? Who is it? All right, the field goal is good. How many field goals they kicked tonight? How many field goals did the Giants make? How many field goals they got? 4? So the defense doing a lot of bending but not breaking. Okay. Okay. Yeah, the 4th and 5th string defense. Yeah. All right. Said Malik didn't play. Yeah, we know. Yeah, we know. All right. I went to Perfect Season preseason game as a boycott. Yeah, y'all tell Lino in the chat, man. Lino, talk to us when your team can win a Super Bowl. When your organization, the franchise you love, when they can win a Super Bowl, then talk to us. All right. Talk to us then, buddy boy. All right, y'all, hit that like button for me, man. We're going to finish this out strong. 9 minutes, 23 seconds left. We about to have us a touchdown drive, baby. Let's go. Here we go. Ooh, chop down at the 24-yard line. We about to have us a touchdown run, baby. Let's go. Y'all don't believe it, huh? Y'all don't believe it, huh? Okay. Watch this. Watch this. Gronowski, come on. Oh, the quarterback keeper. He cooking. 9 yards, baby. There you go. Shake the cup. Shake the cup. We gonna give him some Dolphin mojo. Listen, when you being a fan and you repping your team, you can put some of that power into the TV. Let's go. Gronowski with the wheels. All right, baby. Let's get it. Here we go. 2nd and 1. I ain't seen that all night. All right, here we go. 2nd and 1. Handoff. Come on, y'all. You can't get the one. That's why. Hey, that's all right. We got one more try at it. We got one more try at it. Oh, y'all got to get that one. All right, here we go. 3rd and 1. Game on the line. Power run formation. They cheating, man. Oh my gosh, man. Hey, Jeff Hafley, man. Hey, man. Make them, man. Next time they come out, man, get them more. Let them take a knee. Let them take a knee, man. Enough is enough. Oh, man. Hey, but that's improvement. We almost got a first. Oh my gosh, man. Man, let them take a knee on the next play, man. Oh my gosh. Oh man, come on. We ain't gonna need to wear no paper bags, man. Oh man. At least you're better than the Steelers did, who were scoreless. Yeah, man. Yeah, we're gonna be a top 7 team this year. Y'all gonna see. TD said Malik best QB in the division. Boy, need to stop using them gummies. Oh, gummies. You talking about like drug gummies or something like that? Yeah, I don't take gummies, none of that stuff. All right. How did Malik do? Flawless. 0 errors for Malik today. 0 errors. Completed everything he threw. No rushing yards though. You know? See what's in the cup. Ice now. It's empty. I keep picking it up like it's something in it. And I ain't bring my extra waters up here to fill it. So Malik didn't play. I know. Everything I said still was true. He completed everything he threw. No rushing yards. No errors. All that good stuff. What brand of hallucinating mushrooms does TD consume? I want to try some of that good stuff. Mushrooms. Like I've heard of people with mushrooms, but I don't. Listen, ain't nothing I've ever tried in my life, so I don't know. Now, every time I think of mushrooms, I'm like the ones that be in the ground growing. I guess it's some crazy ones, unless it's something else. I don't know. TD, the Jets are better than y'all. Boy, y'all. You lie to yourself, you lie to whoever. If you lie to yourself, you lie to whoever. Ooh, nice hit. Who is that? Lonnie Johnson Jr.? Yeah, where he been? Oh, he been hurt. He back now. Lonnie need to have the last 2 weeks of training camp need to be pretty doggone good. Right. Somebody said LMFAO. Jeff Hadley been crossing off a lot of names on his notepad to be cut. You ain't lying. Every time they show him, he like, hey, is it just us? And like I noticed that too. I thought that in my head like 10 minutes ago when I saw him on the sideline, looking at that paper and shaking his head. Right. Oh my gosh. Third and 8. That's the first down, probably. Lonnie Johnson in coverage. Oh man. Oh. Oh, that was AJ Green, TD, not Lonnie Johnson. Okay. Nah, Lonnie Johnson, 32, just flew in there and made a play. I mean, the tackle, I think they still got the first, though. Okay. No news on Trey. You probably ain't gonna get no news till tomorrow. The big tackle a few plays ago. Okay, I got you. I know what you're talking about. All right, 3rd and 8. Oh man. And we get a stop. We're gonna force a punt. We're gonna force a punt. Woo! So we're gonna have a 2-minute drill, 2-minute drive to win the game. Give us one good drive. Give us one good drive. All right, 2-minute warning. We almost there, y'all. Thank you to all those who weathered the storm and hanging out with me this evening. Thank you, thank you, thank you.
Hey, 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 hey. It's the new anthem for the new era. Fins up. Throw them fins up. Throw them fins up. Hit. Throw them fins up. Throw them fins.
2-minute warning, baby. We gonna have a drive of the year right here, baby.
We back up in the mid. Throw them fins up. Throw them fins up. Hit. Throw them fins up. Throw them fins up. Hit. Throw them fins up. Throw them fins up. Hit. It's the new era and we back up in the mid. But throw it up. Throw your foe up in the sky. Throw it up. Let them know that we gon' ride. Where you from? We be reppin' worldwide. We've been down for a minute just to come up. We've been reppin' that consistent just to come up. Now the world gotta feel it. Reppin' so loud, whole world gotta hear it. Dolphins on the clizz-out, tick, tick, tizz-out, till we reach the tizz-out. This another snizz-out, reppin' till we drizz-out. So low D, I be reppin' with this hip-hop. Throw them fins up, throw them fins up, hit, throw them fins up, throw them fins up, hit, throw them fins up. Throw them fins up, hit. It's the new era and we back up in the mid. Throw them fins up, throw them fins up, hit. Throw them fins up, throw them fins up, hit. Throw them fins up, throw them fins up, hit. It's the new era and we back up in the mid. It's the new era and we back up in the mix. Ain't
all of the lyrics jacked up. Ain't no more relying on Fitz. It's time for Tua to get us lit. Waddle ain't here. Javon Holland, Eichenberg. All of them gone.
ready, so legit. Larnell
Coleman, Jared Dokes ain't even last, but 3 weeks. Oh, I tried to love the last team.
Okay, no illusion. Solo D started a movement. MSM the institution. TD Fins the contribution. Yeah, we started a new unit. Throw them fins up. Throw them fins up. Hit. Throw them fins up. Throw them fins up. Hit. Throw them fins up. Throw them fins up. Hit. It's the new era and we back up in.
Thank y'all for tuning in to TD Phins Talk, home of the real Miami Dolphin fans. We finna get up out of here. Oh my gosh, you can't make this stuff up, man. Who is that, man? Come on, Tosh. Tosh, man. Oh my gosh, man. Oh my gosh. Oh man. Oh my gosh. Oh man. Man, Giants, show some mercy. Take a knee. They ain't taking no knee. Oh, they took a knee. All right. Oh, man. Somebody say they blew the under. Well, maybe not. They taking knees for you. Oh. You can't make this up, man. Somebody said 84 starter. No, man. Taj like the 7th receiver or something. 8th or 9th. I don't know. We don't know what's out there on the back end, what order they in. This is bad. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Can score a TD and pre. And there you have it, ladies and gentlemen. That's the end of the game. The Giants defeat the Miami Dolphins 26-3. Rough game, man. We're gonna break it down on Dolphins Collective tonight around 9 or 9:15 p.m. So y'all stay tuned. Come check it out. We're going to have a lot to talk about, man. But outside of that, we love y'all. We appreciate y'all. Fins up no matter what. Thank y'all for tuning in, man. Listen, we're going to be all right, baby. Listen, the starter's going to show y'all what time it is. Y'all going to see, all right? All right, y'all. I'm out of here. I will see y'all later tonight, all right? So y'all take care. Y'all stay blessed. Peace. I'm out.